Hi friends, Allison here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you a clean and simple scrapbooking layout that I created using my Cricut. Before I cut the images from my Cricut, I took some pattern paper that I had in my stash. These are just scrap pattern papers that I had lying around, and I trimmed them down to 3 by 3 inches. They're from a mix of manufacturers, from Close to My Heart to Cocoa Vanilla Studio and My Mind's Eye. The My Mind's Eye pattern paper actually came from a 6x6 paper pad that I've had in my stash for eons, and it felt so good to get it used up. I stitched each of those papers as well, and then adhered them to my layout base in a row, but it's messy. I also, what is the word called? I also distressed, that's what I was looking for, each of the little 3 by 3 squares, as well as the white mat that makes up the layout base. Now comes my Cricut. I cut the title with my Cricut and the giant star that you see in the background as well. And most of the embellishments were cut with my Cricut as well. There's a little dog that I'm going to be putting together in just a little bit here. I'm just adding the dot for the eye at the moment. And once I have that done, before I get to the dog, I'll be working on adding the next part of the title. So the full title will be Nice Touch. I thought that I would use these alpha stickers that I got in my most recent scrapbook haul. These were sent to me from Natalie. Yes, Natalie D'Souza. And they didn't quite work with my color scheme. So I dove back into my stash and looked for some different alphas. I really liked the alphas from Pink Fresh Studio. I thought that they would work. And also these other ones from Ellie Studio. I really, really wanted to use these ones, but I found that I didn't have one of the letters that I needed to make the word touch. So instead, I opted to use the Alexandra Renke blue alpha stickers that are to the very right-hand side of the screen. Before I added that part of the title, though, I decided that I needed to add my picture first. I hadn't printed it yet, so I ran over to my computer, printed my picture, which it's 2 by 2 inches, and then I matted it to some Pink Fresh Studio packaging, which is left over from one of the ephemera packs that I had and killed. Yay! And I thought it would work well to mat my photos. So it's slightly larger than 2 by 2 inches with the mat around it. Now I can attach my title. I am going to go back later on and glue the word touch to my layout just to be sure it doesn't fall off in the future. I'm not confident that they're going to stay put. So note to self. Now I'm attaching the little puppy that I cut with my Cricut. So it cut in multiple pieces and I assembled it. It's going to be a her off camera. And I think I'm working on, I was adhering her collar, pardon me. I just added a little pink bow. That was an extra. That was something I decided to add to denote that this puppy is a girl. And that is also why her bow is pink. This layout is about both of our dogs basically, but the one in the picture is our girl puppy. Her name is Cutie. And she had just gotten groomed. She got a haircut. Excuse me. And something that our groomer used to do, they did it for a short period of time, was they would send each of the dogs home after their groom with a super cute little bandana tied around their neck. We loved it, and I thought that it was a really nice touch, and hence the title. And I thought that I would document the story because they no longer do it, and I really liked it, and I kind of miss it. The next time I bring the dogs in, I should kind of mention it because I really, really enjoyed it and made them look even cuter than they already do after coming home from the groomer. I'm playing around with that little tab. I cut it with my Cricut, and in my design, in Cricut Design Space, it looked like it worked on a 2x2 square for a photo, but after printing it or cutting it, I discovered that is actually too big, too long. So I got around that by moving it, and I decided that I would put it at the top of the green square, and that's where the date is going to live. So I'm just putting that on the layout now. I actually end up stapling it to that green square just so it stays put, even though I did use liquid glue to adhere it. And last but not least, I'm adding my journaling. I made my strips, I trimmed them out, and then glued them to the layout base. And for a finishing touch, I'm adding some of these epoxy heart stickers from Ali Edwards. That brings me to the end of this layout. It was so simple, so pretty, and so quick to put together. I hope you enjoyed my video today. I do have close-ups coming up in just a moment, so feel free to stick around for that. And if you enjoyed my video, please give me a thumbs up and a like. I would really appreciate it if you did that. And I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel as well. If you haven't done so already, it would be great if you did. Just hit the subscribe button and the little bell so that you can customize the notifications so that you don't miss anything the next time I post a new video. If you are a new subscriber to my channel and you have subscribed, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here. I used to appreciate a lot of times in a span of a minute or so. Anyways, have a fantastic day, TGIF, and I will be back again soon with more creative inspiration. Bye, friends.